We have one of our finest businessmen of Chennai, Shri Ravi Appaswamy amongst us. Thank you so much, sir. We are so honored. This showroom was an inspiration by both my dads. After the March 2020, when the chips were really down and our business was all about puja room spaces and temples, our chips were totally down, and thanks to a couple of customers who supported us on our industrial division, we got on rocking on that. But what really pushed us was both my dads are extremely pro Prime Minister of India's vision of strong India, that they said no matter how our chips are down, it's a time now that we have to create employment. And we had this block of 2,000 square feet within our space, and they told no matter what it comes to, start constructing the space. We constructed the space. At the same time, we realized a lot of my artisans who are doing our regular mantra products, about 90 of them whom we regularly work with, they had no work. Literally no work. Today, a lot of artisans who have, taken up other menial jobs. And we said, no problem, we will still support. We started supporting, thanks to our bankers who supported it with the funds. We started supporting our artisans, and whole lot of product development happened in the phase of 20 and 21. So much of products that my colleagues out back would say, Pankaj, we have so much of product in inventory, we don't have place to display. Meanwhile, the vision of both my fathers, we had our space ready and we decided to convert it into a showroom to display our products, and this is what has come out of our products out over here. So I would only like to say that let's celebrate what India is all about, and India is all about its beauty, its art, and this is what we display. And I'm sure a lot of my friends out over here, and the most beautiful aspect of it, as I see Ram over here, realized when we had this floor ready, nothing of this, in the July month, Rotary year starts, and they said that let's have a blood donation camp. We were actually thinking of having it on a ground floor. My president Manjit Singh said, no Pankaj, we'll have it on this floor. So start of this floor was not a puja, was not any of the traditional so-called practices. It was a general service to the people because of Rotary, and we had a phenomenal blood donation camp over here. And the sweat of all our members, all our friends, all our Mantra and Smart team members, and of course my customers. I had no idea what to do. Ganesh Uncle out over here, I still remember his first order when he gave to us for gold plating, thanks to Kannan Uncle. Then the temples which we added, back to back Sabrimala temples which we have done, was thanks to Ganesh Uncle. None of it we knew. All of this was an accident, and this is going to be the start of a journey for Mantra. Thank you all. But I know all of us are staying here for one more reason. 2 years of COVID, and what is India going to look like? Amongst us, I have a friend of ours who is a very famous astrologer who comes all the way from Dubai. She does tarot card reading, she does Chinese astrology, Vedic astrology, and I think she has some insights of what India's growth is going to be. We have a lot of industrialists. We have a super businessman from Chennai city. Do share your insights. We are waiting for you.
Thank you so much for the most lovely introduction, all of you. And yes, let's talk about India and India's business, but I'm going to keep it short because listening to an astrologer can be very boring, and I understand that. So this especially is definitely a brilliant year because we are in 2022, which there is no other number but 222, which comes to a total of 6. 6 is a number of luxury, 6 is a number of Venus. Venus is all about money, luxury, and all about, growth of shares and stock market and beauty. Of course, we all know Venus is clearly related to beauty. So I think Pankaj has done a brilliant job opening his showroom in 2022, which is, it's a luxury brand, I can really see that. And it's a year of luxury, and also the second month of the year, which is again a 2. So that's lovely. But where business is concerned, especially for India, I'd like to give you one insight is, India is a planet which is ruled mostly by Saturn. Its own astrology has a very strong Saturn. That's why we have extreme in India where it comes to from being rich to being poor, because the strength of India is completely from karmic planet called Saturn. And with a great luck, I can say that Saturn is so powerful for the next few years right now. And India will see a massive rise in their business and their shares and stuff, especially from the August 2022. The new game for Indian market will begin, and it's going to absolutely surprise everyone. Secondly, we have in Chinese astrology, we just entered a tiger year on the 1st of February. We entered a water tiger year. Now the energy of water again is brilliant for business. It's brilliant especially for these regions which are India and Southeast Asia and all. And we have back-to-back 2 years coming of water. We have this year is water tiger. We have next year as a water rabbit. So all of you, whoever are holding their plans, business plans because we were scared of COVID or the pandemic, I think this is the right year we can activate our plans again, and after August one can absolutely go very aggressive on them. Brilliant time coming for India. So thank you very much. If anybody else wants to ask
I was mentioned by Pankaj in this August forum, so I have to say one thing. The first time I started dealing with Pankaj was for small things, small vigrahams, small artifacts. But when the opportunity to go and break the ceilings of 3 Sannidhis at Shabarimala came, the automatic choice was Pankaj and his team. You have to believe me, they executed an unbelievable job in 19 days' time. That was the restricted time given to us. And the dependability of the gold containing in that plating. I am a chartered accountant. I am supposed to audit everything. To be very frank, I did audit. I picked up all features from that, tested the contents of gold in that respective choices, and found they were perfect as committed by Pankaj Industries. So that reliability of Pankaj is his hallmark, and it will take him to a very great heights by God's grace. All the best to him. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much, Uncle. I have with me Divakar Uncle. I would call him forward. Divakar Uncle, just a moment. Friends, there was a year, lot of us believe in astrology, believe in data. I don't know whatever it is, but 2014 was a very tough year, and Ganesh Uncle knows what I'm talking about. My Smart Creations balance sheet was almost finished, Ravi. There were some incidents where my entire balance sheet collapsed, and Ganesh Uncle told me one simple thing. Pankaj, reviving the balance sheet is going to be tough. Start a new company. And the new company which we started in 2014 was Mantra Gold Coatings as a separate entity. He said you just go to Perambur Ayyappan temple, and the stamp papers are already kept ready with puja offerings to Appaswamy. Collect it, get your partnership deed ready, and start the process. That's how we started. Moment we started that, from nowhere, Divakar Uncle comes. Divakar Uncle is very active in temple Tirupanis. He takes up a temple project, he does the Kumbhabhishekam. Moment the Kumbhabhishekam is over, he steps out. The same day he steps out and he is going for service to the next temple. So there is a very famous temple in Porur of Lord Shiva. And the first project immediately after our revival of Mantra Gold Coatings was from Shiva Temple, Porur, and Divakar Uncle was mainly involved with that. And with that, Divakar Uncle first, our guest Janvi out over here, our family, but she's definitely a formal guest out over here. Thanks so much, Janvi. Thank you. It's yours.
மந்த்ரா கோல்ஸில் நாங்கள் முதல்ல நாகாபரணம் சொல்லக்கூடிய ஷோரூமுடைய நாகாபரணத்தை தான் இங்கே கொடுத்துருந்தோம். ஸோ அந்த நாகாபரணத்தை தங்கமாக மாற்றுறதுக்காக கொடுத்துட்டு போயிட்டோம். அப்போ ஒரு ஃபயர் ஆக்சிடென்ட் ஆகி ரெடி ஆச்சு. அதான் எங்களுடைய முதல் இன்சிடென்ட். அதுக்கப்புறம் அந்த திருப்பணியை நடைபெற்று தங்கத்தை எவ்வளோ சுருக்கமாக ஒவ்வொரு கோயில்லையும் ரொம்ப சிறப்பான தரம், உண்மையான தங்கம், கண்டிப்பா இருக்கக்கூடிய உறுதித்தன்மையும் நம்பிக்கையும் ஏற்படுத்தக்கூடியது மந்த்ரா கோல்ட். அதை நிரூபிச்சு காமிச்சது அவங்க எங்களுடைய கொடிமரத்தை போர்ப்புறது சிவன் கோவில் கொடிமரத்தை வெறும் 1.5 கிலோ தங்கத்துல இன்னைக்கும் 9 வருஷம் ஆயிடுச்சு, இன்னும் மின்னிட்டு இருக்கு. அதற்கு அவர்களுடைய முழு பொறுப்பு தான். பங்கஜ் அந்த மாதிரி விஷயங்கள் அதுக்கப்புறம் தான் முடிவெடுத்தேன். எந்த கோயில போனாலும் சரி, வீட்டில் இருக்கவங்க சரி, தங்கத்தை சேமிக்கிறதுக்கும் தங்கத்தை அருமையான முறையில அதை அழகுபடுத்துறதுக்கும் தகுந்த இடம் மந்த்ரா. அதனால எல்லா கோயிலும் திருப்பணி பண்ணா கண்டிப்பா கலசத்துக்கு தங்கமலா பூசப்படுறது அது இந்த மந்த்ரால தான் இருக்கும்னு நான் எங்க போனாலும் போராடி அவங்க கிட்ட புரிய வச்சு கொண்டு வந்துட்டு இருக்கோம். அப்பேற்பட்ட ஒரு நம்பிக்கையான ஸ்தலத்துக்கு நம்மளாம் வந்திருக்கோம். இந்த நம்பிக்கைக்கு பாத்திரமா இருக்கக்கூடிய மந்த்ரா கோல்ஸ் அவர்களுக்கு மீண்டும் நம்மளுடைய மனமார்ந்த நன்றியை உறுத்தாக்கிறோம். நம்ம அனைவரும் சார்பாக நன்றி.
Please have a look around and appreciate the art of my artisans. My only appeal from this forum is the Indian handicraft artisans are the best in the world. Only one thing which is wanting for them is appreciation. These quality of artisans, if they are in Europe, they are literally placed next to God. In India, it's so freely available, Anna, and I know you are a great connoisseur of art. Madam is also a great connoisseur of art. All of us, let's appreciate the art. It's not important to buy the art at all, but appreciating the artisans, and he's really hungry for that. Let's support the artisans for their praises which they can do, and India will rebuild only from its traditions. Thank you all for being over here.
Thank you so much, everyone. And please, as Pankaj spoke, the artisans.
I'm a karta of artisans of my land. Indian metal handicraft artisans all over India. I work with artisans from Kanyakumari to as north as Chandigarh. They create beautiful metal sculptures. So Chennai Chennai Swami we do a lot of idols. Ivangalukku or buddhi irukku pandradhukku bags packing போட்டு we work with them, avanga guru kuda ukando pesno, and then we discuss with them that Swami Salai tavai kuda vera edha pannalama adu vechittu inge nariya creation nam kondu vandirukku. And today lot of artisans அவங்களுக்கு சுவாமியோட ஆர்டர் வரும்போது தான் அது வேலை கிடைக்கும் மாதிரி இல்லை. நான் யார் ஆர்டிசன்ஸ் கூட வேலை பண்ணுறேன், அவங்களுக்கு டைரெக்டாக ஒரு பேட்டர்ன் போட்டோன்னா ரெகுலர் ஆர்டர் வந்துட்டே இருக்கும் என் கேட்டலாக்ல. அதான் நம்ம சேல்ஸ் டீம் நம்ம ஆர்டிசன்ஸ் பண்ணுற வேலை தான் நம்ம மந்த்ராவில் பண்ணின்னு இருக்கோம். 2 கேஸ் எப்படி ஆயிருக்குன்னா, அவங்க ஆர்டிசன்லேருந்து ஆட்டோ டிரைவர் நல்லா ஆகிட்டு திருப்பி இந்த மாதிரி ரெகுலர் வேலை கிடைச்சதுன்னா திருப்பி அவங்க ஆர்டிஸ்ட் ஆகிட்டாங்க. எனக்கு லீட் ஆர்டிசன் இருக்காங்க, அது மாதிரி சொல்கிறாங்க. ஸோ மந்த்ராவில் ஆல்மோஸ்ட் ஒரு 90 ஆர்டிசன்ஸ் கூட நம்ம இப்படி வேலை பண்ணின்னு இருக்கோம். அண்ட் என்னோட டெம்பிள் கோயிலில் இப்போது ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் நம்ம யாத்ரிகுட்டாவில் நரசிம்ம சுவாமி டெம்பிள் பண்ணின்னு இருக்காங்க. அந்த கோயிலில் ஆல்மோஸ்ட் ஒரு 60 ஆர்டிசன்ஸ் ஹேண்ட் கிராஃப்ட் வேலை டிப்பிக்கலாக அதே கோயிலுக்கு பண்ணின்னு இருக்காங்க. இது ஒரு பெரிய பெருமை ஆர்டிசன்ஸ் கொடுத்துருக்காங்க நமக்கு. அண்ட் நமக்கு ஒரே ஒரு ரிக்வெஸ்ட் இருக்குது த்ரூ த மீடியாஸ், நம்ம இந்தியன் ஆர்டிசன்ஸ்க்கு எவ்வளோ முடிச்சானா அப்ரிஷியேட் பண்ணுங்கள்.